Evolution 2, which is coming up later this summer. It is official. We know it's going to be coming. He was able to fantasy book his wife in Scarlet. So, our question, who would you like to see? Main events, Evolution. Number 2, the all women's premium live events later this summer for WWE.
WWE continues to just pick stuff off the floor that they dropped years ago. Oh, you want Great American Bash? Here you go. Evolution, we're just throwing it all out to you. You're just going to have all these events, right? So I would say, I wrote some names down. Don't know what the match looks like, Gabe, but I would say that you cannot have one of these main events or one of these shows without having Stephanie McCool, who just lost the NXT Women's Championship to JC Jane. I don't understand why, but she lost.
I think you understand why. I mean, she's got to be coming to SmackDown or Raw soon, right? Like that's the reason she drops the NXT Championship, is so she can be a main event, or excuse me, a main roster player for WWE.
I think the reign was short. Like, just bring her up there and just let her beat somebody for the title. I don't know. It was surprising. I just put it that way. I didn't expect her to lose on TV like that.
Yeah.
So it starts with Stephanie McCool. It's Julia. It's Io Sky. It's Rhea Ripley. It's wrestlers of that ilk that have to be part of that main event in some way, shape, or form. I just picked out new wrestlers and established stars.
Well, to me, if you're having this, your biggest star of the women's division has to be in the main events. If you're doing a pay-per-view, like there's going to be a premium live event, which is, by the way, July 13th in Atlanta, at the State Farm Arena. So Rhea Ripley. It's Rhea Ripley versus who? Because I still think that Rhea is the biggest star of that women's division.
Stephanie McCool?
Sure. I mean, you could talk me, a lot of the names you just list, you could talk me into a lot of those different things. And you've got, this is the day after All In Texas. So we were just talking about 6-7 weeks, that you've got 6-7 weeks to lay some groundwork. And Rhea Ripley, I mean, she doesn't have anything to do really right now. She cut a promo for Money in the Bank on Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, you've got 6-7 weeks, or really, I guess, after, assuming she does not win the Money in the Bank, just a little over a week from now, you're going to have 5 weeks to build up something. And yeah, whether it's Vakur, whether it's Jordan Grace, whether it's Io Sky again, Bianca Belair, Becky, Liv, like you could talk me into a number of different things. But to me, it has to be Rhea versus blank, because Rhea's the biggest star and she's been the one who's been carrying the women's division. And if you're doing an all women pay-per-view, she's in the main event.
So I'm clear. Evolution will not have a championship attached to it, right? Or a trophy. It's just an event.
It's just an event. Just the name of the event.
Because you always have to be careful of that with WWE or AEW. Like you get this bowling trophy because you won Evolution. I don't know. That's why I'm asking. So if we're booking it, there should be stakes. So somebody's championship has to be on the line against Rhea Ripley, correct?
Yeah. So is it just Rhea versus Io again? Rhea versus Tiffy?
The Tiffy Rhea?
Yeah, you could talk me into that.
Okay. Yeah. It's only because we've talked about the women's divisions in AEW and WWE for a long time, and there's plenty of star power. You just have to be able to book it. I mean, I think that there could be what is considered back in the day the no skips record. You put on an album, it's like all of them are hits. I think that you can have a hit with everything that we just talked about here, including having Becky in the mix or Bailey in the mix, Julia.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, or you can even, the fun part here is you could match up. You mentioned Becky and Charlotte, and if you want to throw Charlotte in there, Bailey. Like you could take those three just established, long-time WWE, stalwarts, and put them up against some of the younger talent coming up from NXT. If you really wanted to, if you wanted to do, a 6-woman tag, you could do something like that with Becky, Charlotte, and Bailey. I think there's a number of different directions you can go. Especially with the depth of talent, again, especially of Julia and Jordan Grace and Stephanie Vakur are coming up to the main roster. Like if all those people are coming up to the main roster, cool. Are you going to be able to use anybody from Impact? Anybody from AAA? Like the possibilities are endless here. And I would not be shocked if this pay-per-view ends up being a little bit longer than the traditional 4 or 5 matches that Hunter likes to go for his premium live events.
It's funny that you mentioned Jordan Grace from Atlanta. She's got to be on that card doing something.
Yes.
So that works out well. You said State Farm Center, so Atlanta Hawks?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. State Farm Arena. That is correct.
Wonder how many they can jam in there. Listen. Rhea Ripley is the number one draw for me in this.
Yes, I would agree.
I just like to see how this card is stacked. I think because it's got WWE sprinkle on it that it should draw well. I just want to see what stories come out of it because you're right. You have a big pool to draw out of and really have some really good matches out of it. So I think any of the names we mentioned, I think it's all a thumbs up. It's funny. Can we come up with, there's any thumbs down that you want? Oh, I got one that I want to see. I want to talk about our last guest that we had on from the women's division. Remember?
Was it Chelsea?
From Puerto Rico.
Oh, no, we did. Yes, we did. Yes. Okay. Who just broke Chelsea's nose?
Yes, it is a problem for Selena Vega right now because we had her on. It's the curse of GKW. We had her on to talk about her biggest champion. And what happens? She can't complete the 619. She goes, "Oh, I can do the spin. I'll just kick Chelsea in the nose and break her nose." Reckless.
Yeah,
man, you can't do that. Like she's got to be better than that. And also the final pinfall was not smooth either.
Yeah,
she's gonna have to really work hard to keep that championship now because on NBC national television audience, that was not good at all.
No. Which is unfortunate because I feel like she's delivered in the ring every time she's had those opportunities. We talked about that when we had Zelina on. It just wasn't the smoothest there with Chelsea Green. Because again, it's crazy now within the women's division. I'm assuming you're going to have every championship defended.
Yes.
So that's already 5 matches because you've got the 2 world titles, you've got the U.S. and Intercontinental, and then you've got the tag team championships, which are held by one of your bigger stars in Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So there's 5 matches already. And then if you want to have any legends come in, anything for some of these younger, like I would love to see something like I don't know how much of a secret this is, but it seems like from everything I've seen, like Natty's really killing it, doing everything she's doing away from WWE, despite being under WWE contract. Like I would love to see. I don't want to see Natalya. Right. I want to see Natty Neidhart on this show. Yes. That's what I want to see.
She's an ass kicker, man. That's what I want. I want that. I want that. She's cutting great promos on social media. She's been in the NWA. She was in Bloodsport. Like, she is a killer. That's what WWE needs. Oh, not the person that puts everyone over. The one that will go over.
Like, I want to see, like, you could talk me into non-title match Rhea versus Natty Neidhart. Like, sign me up. Not going to miss that.
Yeah, she's the real deal. That's exactly what she should have been the last 10 years, but that's what happens when you break away from the WWE bubble. You can be who you want to be. Like Killer Cross. Like he's in the bubble, but he's talking about Bobby Lashley. Can't get over that. This I think could really, really be good, and hopefully they'll stick with this evolution after this is a success, and I think it will be. Keep it going every year because I think people will enjoy it.